It has been revealed that the next-generation Alfa Romeo Stelvio SUV and Giulia sedan will be on sale in 2025 and 2026, respectively. Alfa Romeo's parent company, Stellantis, which also owns a plethora of other brands, revealed some of the illustrious Italian brand's future intentions in a presentation last week. The Milano crossover's April release marks the beginning of it this year. Relying on the same STLA small CMP2 architecture as the Fiat 600, Lancia Ypsilon, and Jeep Avenger, the Milano will not only be the brand's smallest crossover to date, but it will also be the first Alfa Romeo to be offered with an all-electric motor. The second-generation Alfa Stelvio crossover, which will be the first vehicle developed or sold in Europe based on the STLA large platform, will be unveiled by the automaker in the second half of 2025. The STLA Brain software system, the STLA Smart Cockpit user interface, and an 800 volts electric architecture are among the features. The new Giulia sedan, which shares the STLA large platform with the Stelvio, will follow in 2026. It will be produced in the Casino factory, which is situated midway between Rome and Naples. Alfa Romeo will discontinue its petrol drivetrains by 2027, at which point it will only sell electric vehicles. Petrol versions of the Stelvio and Giulia are doubtful, considering when it switched to running only on electricity. Alfa Romeo has not yet disclosed any information regarding the drivetrain options for the upcoming Stelvio and Giulia, but Stellantis has already verified that the STLA large design can accommodate battery packs with a capacity of 85 to 118 kWh. It also enables setups with several motors for all-wheel drive and a single motor for the rear wheels. The first car built using the STLA large architecture, the Dodge Charger Daytona, debuted last week and will begin rolling off the Windsor, Ontario assembly plant in the middle of the year, while several all-electric drivetrain options, including the top-of-the-line 500 kilowatts, 850 Nm Scat Pack with direct connection stage to kit, will be offered with the new Charger at launch. The American Muscle sedan and coupe will also be offered with a 3.0-liter twin-turbo straight-six gasoline engine starting in early 2025. The 2018 Stelvio appears to be the first vehicle to use an 800 volts design under the STLA large platform. In contrast to the 400 volts electrical architecture used by all Charger Daytona cars that have been made public thus far, the top-spec Daytona Scat Pack, according to Dodge, can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour, 0 to 97 kilometers per hour in 3.3 seconds and cover a quarter mile for 100 meters in 11.5 seconds. The 2018 Stelvio appears to be the first vehicle to use an 800 volts design under the STLA large platform, in contrast to the 400 volts electrical architecture used by all Charger Daytona cars that have been made public thus far. The top-spec Daytona Scat Pack, according to Dodge, can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour, 0 to 97 kilometers per hour in 3.3 seconds and cover a quarter mile for 100 meters in 11.5 seconds. It is said that using an 800 volts arrangement can improve performance even more, allowing for a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of about 2.0 seconds. To put the Stelvio and Giulia Quadrifoglio models to 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 engines into perspective, it takes them 3.8 or 3.9 seconds to reach the century mark. A system operating at 800 volts also has the advantage of possibly lighter wiring and higher recharge speeds. Hopefully, the 800 volts Alphas are a little lighter than the 5.25 meters long Charger Daytona, which weighs an astounding 2,648 kilograms.